Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm super excited to have you all join us for the October edition of our FrontFundr Pitch Perfect event. Before we get into things today, I do want to cover a quick forward-looking information disclosure. So presentation today may contain forward-looking information. There can be no assurance that forward-looking information will prove to be accurate, as actual results in future events could differ materially from those anticipated in such statements. Accordingly, viewers should not place undue reliance on forward-looking information. We're going to have Christine giving us the Okanagan Crush Pad pitch. They are an established BC winery that's respectfully farming organic Okanagan wines. So Christine, I'd love to hear more about Okanagan Crush Pad.
Hi, thank you very much. And thanks everyone for joining in today. My name is Christine Coletta, and along with my husband, Steve Lorney, we are the founders of Okanagan Crush Pad since 2011. It's been an amazing journey, and we've received many accolades and awards for our quality wines, our innovation, and our commitment to organic farming and sustainable business practices. Today, we own 330 acres of land on 2 special sites. Our signature property, Garnet Valley Ranch, is 320 acres, surrounded by pristine wilderness. It's a rare find in the Okanagan Valley. We have 75 acres planted to grapes and room to plant more. We are dedicated to organics and biodiversity, and we use our land to its highest and best purpose. Okanagan Crush Pad is the first Canadian winery to join International Wineries for Climate Action. We've made a commitment to significantly reduce our carbon footprint over the coming years. We'll do this through innovations in packaging, distribution models, and through our production facility. Our state-of-the-art winery has the capacity to make 40,000 cases of wine, and we hope to reach that by 2025. Oops, sorry, we'll just flip back. Next slide. Thanks. We have 5 wine brands in our portfolio, each offering something different in terms of packaging, price point, and style. Our new Garnet Valley Ranch wines will be launched in the spring of 2023, and these wines are as special and unique as the site that they're growing from. We've received really strong and high accolades from wine journalists around the world, and we're super proud of what we've done to date. Our winemaker, Matt Dumaine, who's from New Zealand, has joined us and been with us since 2013. We have established wine distribution channels with room to grow, specifically in direct-to-consumer and exports. By direct-to-consumer, we mean online, wine club, and our tasting lounges. And we are in the middle of finishing construction on 2 brand new tasting lounges, which we hope will attract over 20,000 people a year to our facility. Although we are an established business with a proven history, there are many reasons to invest in Okanagan Crush Pad. BC wine market continues to grow. Buying local and a preference for organic wines is a growing trend in British Columbia, as many of you have probably noticed. We have room to grow in our capacity for production with little incremental cost, and our facility and our team have the capacity to take on more. We have our own grape supply, which is very, very hard to come by in the Okanagan. And with maturing plants coming in over the next 3 years, we can control our own supply of fruit, which is critical for making wine. And most significantly, we have valuable land for suitable growing, and that is in hot demand. Although the housing market has cooled off across Canada, agricultural land is still in high demand. So we launched our external raise with FrontFundr in the fall of 2022. We're very excited at the progress that we're making. There's a $450 minimum investment, and our EBC tax credits kick in at $900 and above. When you invest over $24,000, it also comes with voting rights. And most importantly, the shares are common shares. They are the same shares that our family has and our original shareholders have. Use of funds will be for 3 special projects: Garnet Valley Ranch Visitor Center, a new tasting room at Okanagan Crush Pad. And as I mentioned, we're hoping to attract over 20,000 people a year to our site. Our on-site sales are our most profitable channel, and we hope to grow that by 200% in the coming year. We're also going to be planting new grape vines at Garnet Valley. We have room for 10 acres each year and hope to plant that out over the next 5 years. So there's lots of exciting reasons to get involved in Okanagan Crush Pad. We're extremely positive about our future. Our major asset is in high demand land, and that is something that's extremely hard to find in the Okanagan. We have a wonderful team that's dedicated to making the best quality wines possible, and we are ready to bring in some really exciting plans to fruition over the next 2 years. We're welcome to your questions. We're here to talk to you one-on-one, and you can reach us at investors@okanagancrushpad.com at your convenience.
Wonderful. Fantastic pitch, Christine. Thank you so much for sharing your story there. The Okanagan is a beautiful area for wine. Definitely encourage everyone to do a trip there if you haven't already. I know you mentioned kind of the importance of your organic farming practices, and that you're committed to land diversity and sustainability through those practices. So perhaps you can tell us a little bit more about your organic farming principles.
We've been organic farming since 2011. We're organic certified, and our winery is also organic certified. We're really passionate about organic production, and we feel that it's our job to take really amazing care of our land, because we know we're only here for a short period of time, and we're going to be handing it down to another generation. There's about 25% of the land in the Okanagan that's farmed in grapes is now in organic production, which is really impressive. If we keep going at that trend, we'll be one of the smallest but most mighty wine regions in terms of organic production. For us, it's just the best way to grow grapes. The grapes that come from that is amazing. We also have 8 acres of organic vegetables on our property, and those go to farm markets and also to home delivery. And then we have an organic lavender farm as well. So it really is everything that we're all about, is being organic and sustainable.
That's amazing. As you mentioned, obviously there's shifting consumer trends, and that's really what people want to see in the products and services that they buy nowadays. So it's fantastic to hear that that's something that you guys have been doing for so long. I know as well, you mentioned Garnet Valley Ranch and kind of your use of funds there and how you'd like to create an interactive visitor center. So perhaps you can tell us a little bit more about what that center will be like and how that will elevate the guest experience for those who come to the vineyard.
Great question. We've owned this property since 2012, and we've never opened it up to the public. We've had a few people come and visit this past summer, and the impression that it makes on people is just unbelievable. So many people live in high density metro areas, and they rarely get a chance to go out and really put their feet onto some pristine, unspoiled land. And that is exactly what Garnet Valley is. It's 320 acres. We've thoughtfully and carefully planned it out. And each of our vineyards is surrounded by wildlife corridors. So bears, coyotes, and deers can roam the property. All the vineyards are fenced separately. We have a pond that brings wildlife back to the site. The bird population is incredible, and it's just a unique, special place to be. A lot of the Okanagan is being built out, and so you'll see wineries and vineyards with housing developments around them. And so this is a place where you can go and really escape from everything. And I think people really begin to understand what's involved in growing wine, which is what we like to call ourselves, and all of the different aspects that go into it. And they get a feel for what we're doing. And they understand the value of farming. And again, not only farming grapes, but we're farming vegetables as well.
That's fantastic. We have had a few questions come through the Q&A. So for those who are listening, if you do have any questions for each of the companies pitching today, please do have them come through the Q&A. One is from Marley's about, can shares be transferred? So if you are investing through FrontFundr, you do have to make the investment for yourself with your own name and information. We do need to perform suitability on each investment that comes through the platform. As to after the investment is completed and made, you would need to consult kind of your lawyer if you are looking to transfer any shares. But if you do have any questions about that, I'd recommend you reach out to support@frontfundr.com. We also did have another question come through from an attendee today asking just how the last couple of years have been with temperature increases. Have you seen a change in the grape yield or quality based on those temperature changes?
Well, I think in farming, we have a temperature change and a growing season every year is different. What we've seen is our Garnet Valley Ranch is in a high elevation, cool site. And we specifically chose it because we can see that temperatures are warming up. And this site is at the highest point, it's 680 meters above sea level. It makes it the highest vineyard in the Okanagan Valley. There's amazing airflow and drainage. And so it's a great big, huge, wide open bowl, and it's a beautiful site for growing. Every year we're faced with something different. This year it was a wet spring and a really long, dry summer. And now here we are in a spectacular fall. We're right in the middle of harvest. We're about 3 weeks late. But as any of you who are farming know, every year is different. We have lots of ways of mitigating the climate and what nature brings us each year. And we put all of those practices into play depending on what the harvest looks like.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for answering those questions, Christine. There are a couple more questions that have come through the Q&A chat. Unfortunately, I think we're out of time for today. So questions coming through, please do direct any questions to the Okanagan Crush Pad campaign page. You can find that at frontfundr.com/Okanagan Crush Pad. We'll also make the contact information available after this session, and I can pass along any questions directly to Christine. So thank you so much for asking those questions, Christine. Thank you so much for the pitch. It was lovely hearing more about Okanagan Crush Pad. And for anyone who might be new to getting started with an investment on FrontFundr or anything like that, just wanted to cover what that process is a little bit. So if you are ready to get started, feel free to visit frontfundr.com to learn more. You'll find the campaign pages for all of the 5 companies that pitched today within our investment opportunities. You can watch their videos, read their campaign overview, review their pitch deck and offering document. And then, if you have any questions about the investment process at any time, do reach out to our support team at support@frontfundr.com. They're here to help you throughout the entire process with any questions that you might have. And of course, for all of the companies who presented today, if you have questions for them, you can find their contact information directly on their campaign pages. You can give them a call, send them an email, or even arrange a time to ask these businesses questions. So for everyone who tuned in today, thank you so much for attending. To all of our presenters and panelists for today, thank you so much for telling your story and giving your business pitch. Really thrilled to have you all on for another fantastic edition of Pitch Perfect. So thank you all for your time, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your day.